Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. It's a windy day today. So this is where we are. We are in the middle of adding more outlets. Athena! Um, we have a couple of boxes set up over there on the far corner. Getting ready to put the ceiling fan up. It's gonna go way up there. We got our electrical box. Come on, whiner. Come on, whiny puppy. Be careful. Come on. This way. There you go. So, there's the wiring starting. We had to Google a lot of things and take notice of the other wiring projects, or the wiring that the company had done, so that we don't get anything crossed. My husband and I are not master electricians. We know a little to get us by, and hopefully no one will get hurt. Today at 1 o'clock, they are going to come and put up the new outside panels, for the ones that were damaged from when they moved it here. This whole upper piece with that bent up corner, the front pieces here, they're all dented up. And then this corner here, where it's all smashed up. You can tell that from all the rain, it started to rust, where it all scraped away. We had to wait for the factory to get more of this blue pigment so that they can make more panels. Sorry for the camera juggling. I'm walking my dog at the same time. Say hi, Athena. No, you don't want to say hi? I tried to live stream earlier. That did not work out. It kept cutting out. Our internet hasn't arrived yet to the place. We don't know when they plan to come out and do the cable for that. There's supposed to be a way to rotate my camera back onto me, but it's not doing it. Oh, let me get a bunch of shots of Athena then. We hope by this weekend, after they do the panels, that we will be doing insulation and walls. Leave the fire ants alone. You don't need to get in that. You silly puppy. Athena. We had to dig about 100 feet of ditch here for the electrical wiring. That was fun. Laying 100 feet of wire, basically, and pipe. But it's done. It only took a few hours. We still haven't connected to the main power box yet. Where are you? What are you doing? Are you being a pain? Sniffing? Everything's sniffing. Let's see if I can figure out how to rotate my camera. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. We have two crazy squirrels up in this old oak tree. I don't know how old it is. I really don't. It was here 45 years ago when my mother-in-law and her late husband moved here. It was a lot smaller then. The squirrels that live up there, they're kind of pissed off at us, and they like to throw acorns onto the building. They threw one at Ed the other day and got him right on the top of his head. That was funny. That was hilarious. He got pissed. And he was like, I'm going to kill me a squirrel and have squirrel stew. I was like, no, you're not. Leave the damn squirrels alone. So now there's a squirrel and Ed feud going on. They're throwing acorns at each other. I told him, watch out. There's a human with an acorn pointed at me. If you get that reference, you're awesome. So that's pretty much where we are. I'm hoping before the end of the month that we're actually going to be in there and have a space of our own to sleep and everything else. Owen is having a better week. I can't get the camera to rotate. Why can't I get this thing? Oh well, cell phones, right? So we'll do it this way. I hope that's a good shot because I'm not editing this later. For one thing, my computer's still in storage, so I really can't do much editing. We hope to be back live streaming regularly basis by November, probably mid-November, before the end of the year. Either video gaming or my husband using his art tablet and working on art streams. That'll be fun. Like I said, Owen is having a better week. So far, he hasn't fought them about getting on the bus. It's Thursday right now, so anything can happen today and tomorrow. They had a practice lockdown yesterday, and they said that he did extremely well. He was quiet, he was calm, even with the noise and the chaos, which is unusual for him. But I'm proud of him. Don't mistake that his unusual. I mean, I'm proud that he was able to keep it together and follow directions and do as he needed to do for this the practice lockdown. I don't like the idea that these kids have to go through these type of things, but I guess it's better than being caught off guard. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of politics and on views that really touch me personally. You know, I'm anti-carry, but I'm not going to infringe on somebody else's rights either. I'm more into extreme background checks, extreme mental health checks. If you have to see a therapist for any reason, you shouldn't be carrying because you're at risk. That means everybody's at risk. But those that have severe anger issues, you know, like road rage or extreme behavioral issues, these type of people should not be able to have access to it. That's my personal view. I'm not going to get into it. I strongly support more restrictions. That's just me, though. You know, most of my family are hunters. Good for y'all. Don't see the point in it anymore. I mean, one of my uncles, he owns a deer farm, so there's really no reason to go out hunting anymore. But that again, that's a personal view, and I'm not going to infringe my personal view extremely onto others. I just do feel that extreme backgrounds and mental health checks, period. If you're not mentally sound, you shouldn't carry. End of subject. Alright, carrying on. Back to video gaming. I was asked a little while ago about what type of video games do I play. I play a wide range of video games. Everything from MMOs to single person video games. Fantasy to science fiction. A couple of shooter games. Not a big fan of shooter games. I'm not that good at them. My first shooter game was Defiance 2015 when it first came out on Xbox 360, back when the show Defiance was playing on Sci-Fi. One of my favorite MMOs, the first MMOs I really got into, and this is before Elder Scrolls Online came over to the Xbox and all that stuff. So that was my first shooter MMO. It was a lot of fun. I liked it. You teamed up with people and you got to do stuff. I'm not a Fortnite fan. Sorry, all you Fortnite fans out there. I still think it's a fad and it will go away soon. Period. Whatever floats your boat, right? So the other type of games that I'm really into are mostly single player games. Such as, what are you getting into? Are you whining because you can't get underneath the building? I'm sorry, Athena. Single player games. I like the Dragon Age series, which is by BioWare. It has some really good RP choices and consequences. That was my first real good RP that I ever got into was Elder Scrolls Morrowind when it came back out on Xbox. That was one of the first immersive video games I ever played. But the character details, now we're talking about the original Xbox that came out years ago, probably 20 years ago. Oh my God, I'm old. But, you know, you could change up your character, do all kinds of stuff. It was one of the first really good character-based choice and consequence RP games. I love choice and consequences. When you take away the consequences and you can like join up every little guild, every little faction without a consequence, or even them bringing it up in game, it kind of loses its luster. That was the problem that I had when Elder Scrolls Oblivion, allowed you this freedom to join all the guilds and not really have consequences with it. There were some, if you killed another guildmate, you got in trouble, like with the Fighters Guild, they kind of say, oh, you have to go out and get 10 bear pelts and do this to get back in good standing with us. And then you got to work your way back up. That was a consequence. That was good. Then Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. When that came out, I mean, the graphics were amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's got some really good, in-depth role-playing and character building, and you know, it's just rich in lore, and it is really good. But it also lacks. It lacks in when they got rid of all consequences for your choices. You either choose A or B, and that was it. And I was like, no, what? That's where I was. I was like, no, stop dumbing down the games. The kids can handle it. All you new kids that are playing video games out there, you can handle choices and consequences. Because that actually works. That helps you with your critical thinking, your character, your personal life in ways that you don't realize. There is, for every choice, an opposite and equal reaction. And that's a consequence. It could be either good, it could be either bad. And that's what needs to stay in video games. I'm not ranting. Don't look at me like that. I'm not ranting. I'm just saying it needs to be there. Mass Effect. I've had it for years and years. I got it when it first came out. Never played it until earlier this year. True fact. First time I ever played it was just before we moved. Back in, I think it was February of this year. Yeah, Mass Effect. And I got hooked. I'm a lousy shot. but I got hooked. You know, the first time I ever played the original Mass Effect was earlier this year. And the one person I really wanted to romance, you couldn't romance until Mass Effect 2. And I was like, no! I have a thing for Garrus. Yeah, he's my boy. My husband's gonna be like, what? Of course, he likes Liara, so there you go. Other video games that I enjoy playing are some other MMOs. Elder Scrolls Online, Black Desert Online. I really love their character development, the graphics, but I don't like the fact there's no fast travel, there's no quick maps, there's no you have to run from town to town to town, and it gets old and tiring and boring. I mean, the scenery is beautiful, the graphics are beautiful, but when you're on a quest and you've already been to a town, you should be able to just, oh, snap, travel. I'm just saying. Black Desert Online. Think about it. I know it sets you apart from others, but, you know, let the player have the option of using fast travel. Not everybody's going to. You know, I like to go around and do screenshots when I can play. Another MMO that I enjoy playing. Let's see. Neverwinter. Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter. An online game. I love Dungeons and Dragons. Tabletop. Video game. DVDs. All of it. Again, choices and consequences. And if you pick a specific race quests, which I wish Elder Scrolls Online had specific race and specific class quests. So if you're playing a warden in Elder Scrolls Online, you should have warden type quests for that class. If you're playing a sorceress, there should be sorceress type quests. If you're part of the Mages Guild, there should be more Mages Guild quests instead of the dailies. Those get boring. Nobody wants to do those. You do 6 of them and you're like, I'm done. Y'all can keep this, change it up. Make it more, if you're part of the Mages Guild and you're other race that doesn't really use magic or natural abilities, they should have quests that go along with that, like with the alchemy and stuff like that. I know they got the tables and you got to learn the traits and you got to learn the skills and blah 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 blah. I know it's all about staying on our servers and play. Gets old, gets annoying, and it gets tiring, and people kind of have to take a break. I love Elder Scrolls. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love the people, I love the game, I love the questing, I love the scenery, I love the music, but there's the grind. And I know that all these MMOs use this basic, same daily quest, grinding, boring stuff. Now, Elder Scrolls do try to change it up. It's like today's are these type of quests, tomorrow's going to be these type of quests. But after 3 or 4 days, they start repeating themselves, and that's where the monotonous, boring stuff gets to. I'm not a PvPer. Get that through y'all's head. I care nothing for player versus player. Nothing at all. I think it's redunculous. But that's my personal view. I'm not into it for tallying up and going up and killing a whole bunch of players and stuff like that. I'm the build up other players type of person. I like to group up. I like to have fun. and do silly things, and I live stream it. That's me, you know, in a nutshell. That's it. You know, this video has gone way too long. It's probably gonna take me all day to upload it, but I don't care. It's Thursday. My mother-in-law is away. It's peaceful, except for my dog who wants to chase the squirrels, and she can't. Can you... Let's see if we can see the squirrel. Can you see the squirrel? There. Way out there. Oh, no. You don't want to chase the squirrel. Oh. Oh, come on, Athena. No, 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 no. Come here. Come here, baby. Alright, guys. On that note, I am going to say, ugh. I'm going to see you guys next time. Hopefully, we'll have walls up for the next video. You can't get that squirrel, baby. You can't get it. Athena. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend. Continue to have fun. Enjoy storming the castles and shooting up space stations and everything else. And hopefully, very, very, very soon, I will be joining y'all. Bye, guys.